Hello, everyone. It's your Pinky Doctor here as always. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. If this is your first time, my name is Emanuela. I'm a medical doctor. And to all my subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you guys so much. So, today we're going to be talking about a topic I believe is very important and sadly really overlooked a lot of times. And I'm going to be talking about the subject of child abuse. A wise man once said that if the church would change society, Adam would have been a pastor. And if the society would change the world, Adam would have been a president. But no, the family is the basic unit of change in a society. Child abuse is one topic I believe is very intricate and usually overlooked by parents, especially of the African descent. The series of Cain, the series of weeping with canes and screaming and shouting and running around the house and begging, please, mommy, I'm sorry, daddy, I'm sorry, but to no avail. And even to the point of almost collapse. Does that ring a bell? I'm sure it does. Or the series of, who do you think you are in this house to talk to me like that? I am your mother. I tell you what to do. I am your father. You don't dare speak to me. Do you know who you are? I gave birth to you and I can take you out. Maybe that rings a bell. Or you're the most silly child I've ever seen. Every time you're always coming last. Does the person that comes first have two heads? Well, let me not go further, but I'm sure that these things ring a bell to majority of us. I'm going to give you the statistics of child abuse. Worldwide, it is interesting to note that 4 million cases of child abuse and neglect involving 7 million children are reported each year. Highest rates are babies, less than 1 year, and 25% of victims are less than 3. The studies find that more than half of all children in Africa experience physical abuse, while in some parts of the continent, 4 in 10 girls suffer from sexual violence before the age of 15. In addition, the studies found that in some regions, more than 8 out of 10 children aged 1 to 14 experience violent discipline every month. I feel like I'm reliving childhood memories. Africa has the highest rate of child neglect in the world, with 41.8% of girls and 39.1% of boys being neglected by their caregivers. Sexual violence against children with disabilities in many countries, ranging from 2 incidents per child in Senegal to 4 per child in Cameroon. Now, to my country of origin. In Nigeria, 66% of girls and 58% of boys under 18 witness violence in the home. More than half of all children aged 13 to 15 in West and Central Africa are bullied in school. Guys, you would agree with me that this is a very sensitive topic, but yet highly overlooked. But the main issue is that, as much as it's overlooked, the impact on the overall well being of a child and ultimately an adult is not trivial. There are a range of things that happen, especially psychologically, to a child who experienced trauma while growing up. And in this series, I hope to expose this. I hope to expose the effects of child abuse on the brain, the effect of child abuse that result in several mental disorders that we're experiencing today, including but not limited to narcissistic personality disorder. Now, One pressing question in our minds would be, who exactly exposes these children to child abuse? Well, sadly, children are not abused by strangers as much as they are by close relatives. And by close relatives, I mean parents, aunties, uncles, teachers, drivers, cooks, chefs, and a lot more to go. But basically, in summary, child abuse is not far fetched. One sad thing about Nigerians, especially because I'm Nigerian, is that we are so used to things happening abnormally. We're so used to doing things, the tough way, getting things done the tough way, that we trivialize the impact of certain things on our mental health. But I'm here to say that mental health is a thing and it is not limited to only foreigners. Africans have mental health issues. Some of our parents suffered from mental health issues unknowing to them. So, guys, the objective of this series is for the parents or on the parent side to identify the signs of child abuse and to create awareness that it is a thing and to know that these children are exposed and most times cannot fight for themselves and so they are mute. But as parents, we can actually identify these signs on time and prevent it from becoming more disastrous. And for the children or the victims of this abuse to understand that there are several things, there are several challenges that we might face in life, including mental health issues that might hamper the quality of life or might be hampering the quality of our lives. And this series, by the grace of God, will bring healing in the areas that it's needed. Also, it is to expose the fact that no one gets healed by covering their wounds. If you want to get healed, you have to open the wound, you have to treat the wound, and then watch the wound heal. I hope and pray that by the reason of this series, everyone who has been a victim of this receives healing and seeks the necessary help. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If this series is something that interests you, I think you would like to subscribe so you get notified whenever I post. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I remain your Pinky Doctor. See you in my next video. Goodbye.